So you have all these responsibilities to put on great programming and keep up with advancing technology, and that's wonderful to hear how you're doing it. I'm curious what your ultimate goal is. I mean, what are your personal goals? What does Anne Sweeney want to accomplish in her time with Disney for however long that might be?
I want to make sure that, first of all, we have the best team in place for the Walt Disney Company, that we have a team in place that is truly devoted to our brand, keeping it fresh and vibrant and alive, and everything that Walt Disney envisioned when this company began. That we continue to entertain and delight audiences of kids and families around the world forever. That's paramount to me. The second thing is that we remain curious, and I think I'm happy pretty much all of the time, but I'm happiest when I'm curious about something new and trying to figure out how that enhances what it is we do as a company, what that does to make all of our creative content better, and how that helps us bring these great stories into the homes of our audience.
So, Anne, at Success, we often discuss the difference between emotional intelligence, EQ, and IQ. And we know that women come by EQ much more naturally, and it seems to be an ideal skill. In your particular job, how do you help your team develop their EQ skills? Because this is obviously becoming more and more challenging as we're having more and more generations working simultaneously, and the gender majority is changing, the minority majority is changing. What are you doing to help your team continue to develop the depth of their EQ skills?
Well, I do believe that the women and the men on my team have very high EQ skills and would probably score off the page if there were a test they could take. And that is part of my hiring process, to make sure that I know enough about them, how they approach relationships, how they approach decisions, how socially aware they are, and how active they are in their communities, because I think that is a great test as well. I think as a manager, it's critical to keep an eye on EQ, to make sure that we are constantly reminded of the very broad skill set that we need to do our jobs well.